Dr. V.
Hi. How are
Dr.
you guys?
Dr. Laws. Dr. I just want to put a doctor in front of your name.
Y'all, I don't know, because I ain't doctorate.
But
But
that's okay
you're a philosopher in my eyes.
Okay.
now.
But you are Miss Kelly Law. Miss Kelly Laws. How you doing today?
Hello.
I call her Sister Laws, praise the
Sister
Lord.
girl, don't you?
We are back. Thank you all so much for enjoying this conversation. Thank you all who are watching. You all enjoying the conversation. We are educators. We are real people. We are Black people, and we are here. You know what I'm saying? Talk about all that and stuff. How we doing today, y'all?
Blessed.
Her face you just made. What just happened? What happened?
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. How y'all doing?
Oh,
I was looking at you.
me? Oh, I was okay. No,
You got excited.
I'll tell you when I get ready. I did. I got excited. Okay.
You're so silly.
Hey,
Come
Miss
on,
V. How we doing?
I
How we
love
doing?
when we get together. I mean, I
What's
get
up?
excited, so I'm real. I ain't gonna even lie.
You go, dude. I asked, did you miss me? And then you didn't say nothing, so I left.
I did.
Okay.
No, I said that.
I missed
Wait a
y'all.
minute. I said I missed you too. What you mean?
Oh, okay, because I missed y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
what did
talking
you
about
miss?
girl,
What did
I
you
was
miss?
We just haven't had any engaging conversation in a minute. And so I'm excited about this topic.
Yep.
I think that's what's driving us together as educators, that we can actually do that and make it relatable for people to understand. I think that's why we're here, right?
Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. So today we're going to talk about, we're going to get into our teacher mode, right? So we're not just Cat William philosophers. We're not just, other things. We're actually educators. You know what I'm saying? We do this stuff, but we like to break it down sometimes. And so, but we actually going to, you know what I'm saying, talk to our educators out there, right? We're going to talk to some of you teachers too. So today we're going to talk about calling the audible. Detroit almost won it to the Super Bowl, so football is very prevalent. Dr. V is very she can go ahead and tell you why she is just so red and white and orange. What's the colors?
Born and
What
raised
is
in
it?
Kansas City. That's right.
What's the colors for Kansas City?
Red and white. We have golden.
What you got on? Look at
Oh, okay. I don't know if it was like maize, like University of Michigan, because they're bougie. They'd be like, we're not yellow, we're maize and blue. You know what I'm saying?
No, red and white. That's it. And some yellow, of course.
What are some interesting facts about Kansas City?
I'll be totally honest.
Uh-oh.
Kansas City, because it is a high poverty area. And, being a win for us, I'll be honest, is amazing. My people are really happy. The crime is low, like seriously. Last couple of years, if you do the statistics, just the fact on people being happy that the Chiefs have won the Super Bowl has brought the family together, has brought the community together. So while people are so upset, I have been happy since we've made it to the Super Bowl. No, we didn't have the great year playing, but what matters is the playoffs, and we are headed to the Super Bowl again. I'm excited. Yeah.
And Ms. Laws, do you like football? I know you're in Florida, so I know the South, and we both from the South. I don't know if you're from the South, excuse me, but you're from where you from again?
Gary, Indiana, baby.
Gary, Indiana, baby. I'm sorry, no disrespect, all respect, but I know you like the Buccaneers, right? The Buccaneers.
Did you see her face?
The Buccaneers.
Wait a minute, let me cut my volume up a little bit.
Ms. Laws.
So, listen to me, brother Calvin.
Oh my gosh.
And Sister Dr. E.
Sister Dr. E.
I am, no, seriously. I'm a basketball fan.
Yeah, she has all.
I learned football. I like football. I like watching the Super Bowl because I find it entertaining, and I know the moves, I know the calls and stuff like that. But I'm a basketball fan, and I'm an Olympics fan. So
okay,
yeah.
Good. I remember you saying
Warriors, Golden State.
Ooh.
Don't you go
okay.
are you okay about Detroit?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really affiliated Lions fan, but I respect it. I'm proud of them, I do live in Detroit and go Lions. That's all I gotta say.
Mhm.
So yeah, but anyways, football, basketball, teaching, all the same thing. Not really,
Well, you
but
know what? You have to make this relatable to the student. So to answer your question, when
mhm,
there's events like this that happen, when you have students that's coming in your classroom and you could tell they've been through some things, it's always to have these type of conversations because it makes them relatable and it makes them open up. So again, with me working with students that had those issues, that was how I turned my classroom into something relatable for the students to talk about. So I think that's what makes it real for me when I talk about the Chiefs. It's like, what do you know about the Chiefs? And me
mhm.
being a teacher, being old, being a woman, I don't know nothing because that's what's going on right now in the world. You can't tell me nothing about the Chiefs, but nonetheless, people look at me as a woman and look at me as being an educator. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's how I would get my class engaged, to be totally honest.
And and talking about engagement, I don't know if y'all saw like the post about the Buffalo Bills paying the fans $20 an hour to shovel the snow.
No.
Let me show
No.
y'all this. Let me show y'all this. And I want you to tell me why we can't get the same engagement.
Forced the Bills' wild card game against the Steelers to be postponed by one day. Fans were offered $20 an hour to help shovel out the stadium. But by the time warm-up started Monday, most of those seats still were buried in snow. So fans came decked out in full Arctic snow gear with cardboard to sit on, shovels in hand, wading through 3 feet of snow to watch their beloved Bills, with some visiting Steelers fans braving the weather too. And yes, fear not, Bills fans did find exciting new ways to continue their odd pregame tradition of leaping and smashing tables in the parking lot.
And the stuff we do. So the Buffalo Bills saying they, we got literally people like in negative degree weather, you know what I'm saying? To watch people, you know what I'm saying? Saying throw a football, and nothing's wrong with that.
They're used to Tom Brady. So just when we made memes out of the fans and all of that because their team lost, understand their team used to win because the Bills were pretty good.
Do people appreciate football more than they do education?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I had a conversation with my class once upon a time about like appreciation. So I had bought like my coworkers these like orange juices because I just was, my mom always told me not to wear my welcome, and if people do stuff for you, you got to make sure you do things for them because they're not gonna always do things for you if you expect them. You got, what I'm saying? You gotta trade, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, like my kids don't be saying good morning to me, you know what I'm saying? And then when they come in, right? They end up asking for stuff, right? Miss No, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do this? Can I do that? Mind you, it's the middle of the year, right? And so this is a class that I have, I've had expectations for, it was years ago, but they had won the pizza party because they had one expectation. And then my issue is like, when you win a pizza party, it lets me know like you follow my rules, you won the rules. It's not about the pieces, about you understanding how to just follow something and do it consistently. And you did it. So if you won the pizza party, you should be able to win the pizza party again. You shouldn't be able to go back to the same actions, right? And so you're going back to the same actions after you won the pizza party. I'm just irritated. People coming in, talking, throwing, playing stuff. I just stopped the entire class. And I'm just literally just like, y'all, what is going on? And then I'm gonna let y'all talk, and I'm gonna end on this last part. The kids was like, you don't say good morning to us, so why we should say good morning to you?
I was just gonna ask you that, Calvin. You don't speak to your kids.
And I told them this. I said, and you can in this weekend, we can get into the debate. I said, I'm an adult. You should not, you should say good morning to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, you should appreciate me. right? I say good morning to you all the time. But how much do y'all think I'm doing for y'all or y'all doing for me, right? Well, go ahead. But that's what I said. I was like, I shouldn't have to say good morning to y'all just so y'all to say good morning to me when that should be a given, right? And so they got into the, well, it doesn't work like that, Mr. Nolan. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what we go through, Mr. Nolan. And then I got into, you all are teenagers, right? What are you going through, right? Compared to like what adults are going through. And obviously it was a biased, one-sided conversation. But I literally stopped the whole lesson because I felt like my expectations weren't being met. I felt like they should have been met. When really, it was just miscommunication, right? So I don't know, like, have you all like had like a situation like that? Maybe we can comment on my story and then y'all can talk about another story. But
I'm mad at you, Calvin. I think
I don't feel like you should be mad at me because like, and I'm gonna make it worse. I'm gonna make it worse for you. Let me tell you why. So I'm gonna make it worse for you. So I told them this. I asked them this. I said, if you don't feel appreciated, because I'm just speaking like a whole thing. If you don't feel appreciated, would you want to be in the position that you're in? It's like if you have a job and you don't feel appreciated, would you stay at that job? Would you do that?
Nope.
Okay. And so I try to, and this is the question we get on this, right? I asked them, I said, why do you think you all have subs? Oh yeah, we potting today. We podcasting today. Answer. Why do you think they have subs? And then they said, well, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it is, it's hard, teachers, like, I said, how old do you think I am? I said, I'm 31. I had subs when I was y'all age. Teachers don't want to teach no more, y'all. Do you think it has anything to do with appreciation? And so my question is, do students hold responsibility for teacher retention, or should we just blame it on the system?
Both.
But we're not giving kids that responsibility. I'm gonna let y'all talk though. So yeah, so that was really like the gist of the conversation. That's why I was standing on business on me saying, y'all should say good morning to me. Cause like, I'm here, y'all. Like the least you can do is say what's up, brother, man. You know what I'm saying?
You go first. All right. Either way.
So, I'm gonna tell you something that's so crazy about what he just said. I stand in my door. Okay, so I'm reading interventionists and they pull, because y'all know the situation with us is like we got another teacher leaving this coming Friday. So they pulling us to go. Yes, they pulling us to go into the classroom. So now they got me teaching 4th and 5th hour. I stand at the door. These ungrateful kids walk straight past me, don't say good morning, don't say nothing. And I'm a good morning person because I have a morning duty where I stand in a hallway and I speak to every kid, whether they speak to me or not. I just speak. I've gotten to the point now where I said, excuse me. When they're in the hall, I say, excuse me. I will stop them. I said good morning. And they stop. Oh, good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Or, they call me Miss. Good morning, Miss. And I'm looking at them like, did y'all parents raise y'all right? Like, don't y'all know how to say good morning to people that at least say good morning to you? I don't wait for them to say good morning to me. I say good morning to them first. And my question is, why can't you say good morning back? They look at me, someone roll their eyes, and now they got to where I run up on them. Like, I said good morning. And I kind of shock them now. So now when they come in, they're like, oh, there's that crazy lady.
Yeah.
They speak. So I'm standing in the hallway for my kids to come in the door. At the door, they walk right past me. I said, hold up. Everybody walk out the class right now. I did it. I said, get out now. We're going to start over. I said, because I speak to y'all every day y'all come in here. You don't walk past me after I've spoken to you as if I don't exist. Because to me, that's a kind of disrespect.
It is.
They tell us, get out the classroom, line up again, and one by one come in and speak. So now they're like, oh, good morning, miss. Good morning, miss. Good morning, miss. I had a couple of them when I had to grab their arm and say, what's your problem? Oh, good morning. And they laugh about it. But I don't know if there's this sense of privilege, or they just weren't raised right, or there's some, because all 30 y'all, and something ain't wrong with all 30 y'all. I'm sorry.
Can I ask you a question?
Go home with all y'all, or something wrong.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
If those kids never say good morning, would you want to be at that job eventually? Honestly, be honest. Like, and they just like you just going through that. Would you want to like be in that position? Honestly,
today, no. Maybe within the past couple of let's just say the past 5 years, no. The years before that, I would have cared.
Why you say no?
Like,
why you say no?
Now it's because it is like, I owe you something. You come in my classroom, you don't want to learn, you don't bring your book, you don't even have a pencil. And your parents got put on the best clothes, the best shoes. They come up arguing with you, how my kid get an F? I'm like, your kid didn't do the work. And there's just this sense of privilege, or like I owe you something, like education means nothing to you. Before that, maybe, let me see, before these 5 years, I wouldn't have cared. I would have stood at the door, whether you speak or not. I would have trained you. You understand? I wouldn't have cared. But now it's kind of like, I don't know if it's because I'm just tired. I don't know if it's because the system doesn't, I feel like the system doesn't appreciate me. And I really don't feel like the system appreciates me. And then I feel like the kids come in and it's like, I don't appreciate you either, Ms. Laws. Whatever, you can teach me all day long. And I really don't give a hoot what you teaching. I don't care. So I feel just in the past 5 years, that's what I feel. I feel like I'm not appreciated by the people I work for, neither the kids. And that's honesty. So before this, y'all could have kissed my tail. If you don't speak, I'm teaching. If y'all don't ever say nothing to me or appreciate me, whatever, don't give me no word. Whatever, I ain't doing it for you. I can't say I'm doing it for you now, but it comes a point where it's like, because there's so many teachers quitting, you have stretched me to the max, and I have nothing left. And the least you could do is speak to me. At least you could do shout out me in the bulletin or something. Y'all don't even shout me out. Heck, I'm working 2 jobs. I ain't got shout out yet. So heck no, I don't feel appreciated. No.
And before you go,
come back.
Before you go, Dr. V. We got a holiday for teacher appreciation. That's how much we not appreciated. Go ahead, Dr. V.
Let me put myself on mute.
I'm just going to look at it from a different perspective. I agree with you all wholeheartedly.
Of course. We want the different perspective.
Especially if it's kids that we already know. But if these are kids that we already know and they stop speaking to us, to me, I see that as a sign. Something's going on with that kid. What's going on with this kid to where you just stop speaking? Not to say I'm like, oh, what's wrong? You having one of your days today? Okay, all right. But don't do it again. You see what I'm saying? There's a way that you can understand. These kids are coming to the schools and their mental health is at an all-time high, y'all. Let's be clear. You got dysfunctional parents, because these parents nowadays are very dysfunctional. Let's be clear.
Can you elaborate on that word?
Dysfunctional?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm going to actually say? Those parents have a real bad childhood trauma. It's called adverse childhood experiences, and they don't know what to do with it. So they're throwing their kids into schools to see if they can do something about the fact that their kids have issues that they've created. So I'm just being told. So I see it all the time. And if you have kids that talk to you all the time and then all of a sudden they don't, you got to understand school nowadays are turned into the second alternative. Some kids don't even want to be at home.
You say what?
Some kids there are kids that don't want to be at home. They come to school because that's the second avenue for them. So I have to look at it for different ways because I've seen both sides. I've seen the kids that stop talking based off of disrespect, absolutely. But I've also seen the kids that stop talking because they're trying to give me a sign of some things that's going on at home. So I see it from 2 different perspectives. I told you I had a kid that came to school and threatened his teacher and told his teacher he was going to cut her throat. But I was honest. The parent was actually honest with me and let me know that she was in an abusive relationship. She needed to go. Because it was affecting her kid, and they were putting the kid and recommending the kid for special education and wanted to put a kindergarten in alternative school. So let's be clear. I look at it from 2 different perspectives. Sorry.
Well, but you know what? I understand what you're saying when you
talk. No, apologize. Stop apologizing. Go ahead,
But
Ms.
when you
Laws.
talk about kids that you have relationship with, that's different. I'm talking about kids that you're just getting to know,
Yeah.
that you haven't built up a
That's why I said
relationship.
that's different. No, I agree.
Right. And that's who I'm referring to. I ain't talking about somebody that I know personally.
Yeah.
I know some of them personally, and if they don't speak, I'm on them like, what's going on? Let me put you aside. But I'm talking about some ingrates,
Yeah.
ungrates, ingrates.
Oh, I agree.
I'm just being real. Who you just learning me.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I absolutely.
So
you
what's
come
the
in my
percentage?
classroom,
Go ahead.
what do you
From my
mean?
classroom. Go ahead, finish.
It's 100% of them were acting like that.
So okay, so what's the percent? So let's break it down. So what's the percentage of the kids, right, who are going through what Dr. Laws is going through? What's the percentage of kids that are doing what they're supposed to do? What are the percentage of kids that are just being, they need a little bit more love, and what are kids that are just being knuckleheads? What's the percentage? So that's probably too much. So maybe just 3. So kids that are doing what they're supposed to be doing, aces, knuckleheads. What's the percentage? Is it 20, 40? What is it?
I say 35% of the kids are doing what they're supposed to do. But I do. I do.
That's high.
35. You think so? But
I'm messing with you.
We have categories. And that other category, so you got people that want to do it and then people that don't. And I say that's 30% too. I do.
So it's 30, 30, 40.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I say 70% of them ain't doing what they supposed to do, and 25 of them, I'm just being honest, 25% of them are. I'm just being real. It's unreal. I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
I think the highest percentage for me, of course, as a person that advocates for ACEs is ACEs. I'm going to be totally honest with you, especially with the CDC making the updates that they made, and things like community violence and bullying is considered an ACE. Yes.
And so we're going to talk about, like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we trying to get them to do, right? So we can get 100%, and then talk about, like, why they're not doing it. And so I think my percentage is like, unfortunately, like what Ms. Law said before, it was like, I can get everybody 80%, 20% of the kids. You know what I'm saying? We're going to work it out. We're going to Black power it out. We're going to counselor it out. We're going to social work it out. We're going to white supremacy, everything it out. We're going to play Black music in the club. Excuse me. We're going to pay for everything it out. We're going to bring every sports guest speaker and we're going to do all that. We're going to say the world. But I lost my cape.
Yeah.
And now it's like, honestly, it's like 35, bro. That's what it feels like. It really feels like, it really feels like what you said, Laws, on our podcast, is that the kids they're rebelling. Like, they know that the system does not work. They are done drinking the Kool-Aid, and they are purposely, you know what I mean?
I agree. I do. I agree.
So let's get to the why. Why aren't they doing it?
You know my why, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
So why are they talking so much then? So you said why they not talking. Why are the kids talking so much? So the ones that can't stop talking.
What you just said, they know the system is what it is right now. People are struggling. They looking for teachers bad, like how Kelly just said. She got a teacher that has to leave. She can't even do her job because
how many people left, Kelly?
Let me see. This week another one is leaving. It'll be 36, I think.
I'm sorry, Dr. V. Go ahead, finish, please.
No, you're good. This what you just said, Kelly. Go ahead.
36. 36.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Just pause.
You said something that was key though. He said the cape was off. That's what I feel like. In the past 5 years, my cape was slowly slacked on my shoulders, and now I'm serious. The Superman is dead. Y'all do know that's an educational documentary. That was a powerful documentary. But my cape, this is for real. My cape slowly has slid down my shoulders. Now it's on the floor and I'm walking on it. And I know I'm being so real. You want to talk about I have to emotionally and mentally block out everything on my way home. Because one of the things I'm telling you, Dr. E and Cap, I tell the staff, y'all talk about the kids' mental health. You need to, I've been telling them, and being an advocate, you got to check on your teachers, because your teachers are showing you mentally and emotionally, they are
going through it.
They're quitting. There's nothing else that I can, these are seasoned 20-year vets, 10-year vets. I'm never getting an education again. That's something wrong with that. And I had to let the staff know, you all are pulling us in every door. And I know they was tired, but I said, this is not normal. I was done. I said, I'm tired. I just had this conversation with my supervisor. I said, this is not normal. This is not normal. We are working 2 and 3 jobs. You haven't increased my pay. I'm exhausted. I'm flunking my master's class, because when I come home, I have nothing left. Do you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. I am stripped. I'm drained.
I agree. I do. And I cannot make this about me at all. You all know I left education last year. I've been doing this as an entrepreneur for the past 6 months. And
you ain't missed it since.
And I don't miss it at all. And I'll be honest, it's great to be in a position where I have districts now saying, okay, we're interested in you.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Professional development and things like that. So this is what I do. I actually do a lot of professional development on behalf of ACEs to the teachers, because the teachers they're burnt out, they're tired. You know what I mean? Like the kids are, but if they can't address their own, then how can they help the kids when they're actually all the way up there seeking mental health days and things like that, like you said. So, yeah.
So there's a really great, you know Charles Blow?
Mm-mm.
He's a New York Times writer. So he's writing a book on why Black people should move back to the South, because we have more density there, so we have more power, right? You know, I'm not focused on that, but the idea of going where the love is at, right? And so I feel like Michigan, Detroit, is in a very special place because, you know, because the disparities are so real, the people that are here, the probability of other people with the same mindset is higher, because generally, if you're teaching in Detroit, you're teaching because you came to teach.
Right.
And so the chances of you getting with like-minded people is a lot higher.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that we're doing anything that's different. Not saying that we're doing everything that's revolutionary, innovative, but it's a safe haven, I feel. So when I go to my job, I love my job, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same type of educational problems though, but like I love my job because of my coworkers. Like I know all my coworkers. I talk to all my coworkers. I check in all my coworkers. Like that's been like cause I used to cry every time a teacher would leave my job.
Right.
That's how invested I was. And then when I broke from that, I turned into, how can I keep people at my job? Let me just check on people every day.
I get it.
You know,
we actually will have to conclude on this one, y'all, because I feel like we're gonna get into more detail.
Yeah, we can stop.
I gotta go and get my girls from school. So.
No, you're good. This was good. How'd y'all
for real. We need to have these conversations for real, because we're not having these as educators. Honestly, I think that's the reason why I like the space, because it's honest.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have these conversations. You don't.
Wow, we don't. Mm-mm. That's why I enjoy these moments. And I was like, man, I sure hated we didn't get together the other day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
I hate that I gotta get off. I hate that I gotta get off now. I want to continue. So
it's okay. It's time to stop. It's okay.
Okay, we stop talking.
No, keep going, Ms. Laws. I'm just saying, we're about to stop. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying, this is like this moment where this is a safe place. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're recorded and we are, you know, like out in podcast land, it's like, how many people actually get what you've experienced? or get where you are without them trying to say, oh no, you can do this, you can handle this, you're a teacher. The cape is off. And you all understand the cape is off. Superman, well, Calvin, I want to call Calvin Superman, but he's Superman in his own right.
Wow. Thank you. I don't know,
Right.
I don't know how to take
you're
that.
Superwoman in your own right. I'm
Thank
just
you.
saying. Yeah.
And you Dr. Laws in your own laws way.
Wow.
I love you, Dr. Laws.
I do
love
too. I mean, y'all are like,
you.
man.
Dope. Well, real
she gotta
quickly,
go.
let's give them a quick tip. 1% tip before all teachers out there to hang on. 1% tip. 1%. Just 1%. Not 2%, just 1%, not 1.5%, 1% tip. What's 1%? What's one thing 1% teachers can do to make sure that they remember? I don't know.
Be relatable.
Be relatable.
Talk
Go ahead,
about
Ms.
that.
Law. Go ahead, Ms. Law.
Take care of your mental and emotional state, which is you need to go with. Girl, I'm gonna refer you to for some PDs. Lord have mercy. Jesus. Yeah. Take care of your headspace.
Ask your coworkers how they're doing and be genuine about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man.
I like it. Thank you guys. Look,